So when I was first offered the Mars 4 Ultra, I was this close to declining the offer, but I was like, heck, why not? I need the print house and Elegoo to have an icebreaker in order to develop a professional relationship, so last minute I accepted it. And what do you know, after having played with this machine for a little over a week now, I am really excited that I got this into the studio so I could showcase it to you guys. And additionally, Elegoo also sent over the Mercury X Bundle, which I think, as a matter of fact, I might be enjoying even more than the printer itself. So straight away, this printer measures 7 inches across diagonally, and that comes to 165 by 74 millimeters on X and Y respectively. And when I originally opened the package, I didn't quite realize this was such a small machine, but as a matter of fact, I do think that tiny resin printers actually have a place in the market today. I think they have value because smaller printers means less material used, and less material used means less possible mess to be made. As well as small build plates, they're easier to manage in terms of getting prints removed, getting them washed, and getting them cured. Now the Mars 4 Ultra comes with a high 9K resolution display, and when paired with such a tiny build volume, that equates to a ridiculous 18 micron pixel resolution. Essentially, that means this machine can obtain ridiculously tiny details, so small that they're basically imperceivable by the human eye.
Tiny piece of paper. Okay, that's all it is. Tiny piece of paper.
So if you're looking for a machine that can print ridiculously tiny details but you don't need a huge build volume, this might be the machine for you. Now this machine doesn't feature a resin pump and recall system, and sure, while I have enjoyed that on other printers that I own, I don't quite think that the feature is ready for prime time. So I honestly don't think you're missing out on very much there. However, the Mars 4 Ultra does have a creature comfort that is integrated Wi-Fi.
Now before we talk about Wi-Fi, let's talk about one of the greatest sponsors of the channel, PCBWay. Now the great thing about PCBWay is they don't only print standard materials, you can also print PEEK, ASA, or even stainless steel and titanium. And in order to provide the highest quality service prior to printing, PCBWay is actually going to do a full model analysis of the file you upload. That will ensure when your print arrives, it's going to be exactly as you envisioned it. What are you waiting for? If you want to learn more, check the link in the description below. And thank you so much to PCBWay for sponsoring today's video. Now let's learn about the Wi-Fi on the Mars 4 Ultra.
And even better, this Wi-Fi doesn't have an ugly, obtrusive, externally mounted Wi-Fi antenna. Now during my testing with the machine, I was solely slicing with Tango, and I believe that at the moment that is one of the most highly respected, well-developed resin slicers. Wi-Fi file transfer is seamlessly integrated into the slicer, and not only is file transfer seamlessly integrated, you can also start a print directly from the slicer. Honestly, that process felt smooth and fluid, and that's not something that I can say about every resin printer. I'm looking at you, Creality. So this machine does have a very large, chunky screw in order to lock the build plate, and while I do like this, I definitely don't like it as much as the pressure locking levers. This machine is equipped with 4 bed leveling screws and a beautifully responsive custom Elegoo design user interface. The UI has 3 primary menus, and that's it. When you click through them, it doesn't dig deeper and deeper into other menu options. You're simply given a list of settings or a list of files to print. I will admit there are some options and features on the more advanced resin machines that I own, but this machine is not designed to be a fully custom experience. And believe it or not, that's actually a pretty healthy change of pace. I don't need to understand the printer's quirks and features. And that's because this machine doesn't have quirks and features. It can only do exactly what it's programmed to do from the factory, and trust me, it does it very, very well. And that makes this machine an extremely attractive option because it has no hassle, no fuss, it's just a reliable printer. So what about the Mercury X Bundle? Honestly, these two gadgets are just remarkable. So there isn't much to say. One of them washes and one of them cures. That is basically it. This is not a single machine that has dual purpose. There are physically two machines and they operate the exact same way. You simply spin a dial and you click a button to activate its function. But the genuine boost to my productivity and my enjoyment while washing and curing as compared to my old dual purpose Anycubic wash and cure machine is seriously drastic. The washer clearly has a more powerful motor and it washes the parts definitively better.
Nice.
And the curing station, that is no different as well. It also works significantly better than the old Anycubic machine because the old Anycubic machine, the turntable stepper motor took drastically large, very big steps, and when you would place round objects on it, the torque on the immediate initial turn would knock those parts off the build plate. This new machine has significantly smaller steps, and that translates to a much more fluid and a much smoother rotating turntable. Like I mentioned on the previous turntable, when you click the start button, the rounded objects would just simply roll off the turntable. The gentle spinning turntable on the Mercury X Bundle definitely makes my productivity quicker because I don't have to sit and watch the turntable as it's spinning to make sure the parts don't fall off. And alright, I've already said it once, there isn't much to these machines. There's nothing super fancy, futuristic, and there's nothing innovative about any of these machines. They're all super basic in functionality, but what they set out to do, they do very, very well. Now, I don't think any of these machines are gonna be your end-all, be-all dream machine, but if you're getting started with a $500 budget, you're definitely gonna get some seriously good hardware. And the only thing that I see here that I definitively, absolutely hate with a burning passion are the lift lids. They're a true hassle to deal with, but the sad fact is that every single manufacturer is still doing this, and unfortunately, I don't see lift lids going away anytime soon. So guys, if you do want to learn anything more about these machines, I have some affiliate links down in the description below, and if you choose to make a purchase, the channel will get a kickback as well. Of course, that'll be at no additional cost to you, and any money that the channel receives gets pumped directly back into the channel for higher quality content. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end of the video, and if you haven't yet done so, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.